am currently transforming Newcrest into a fairy world in The Sims 4 since we are finally getting fairies added to the game soon. There are 2 lots we've built already for this world. We have the mushroom bar slash shop, and we have a teapot tea shop. And today we're gonna build another fairy inspired lot, and I was reading through the comments on the last video, and a lot of you guys wanted a magical pool slash spa for fairies. And by the way, since I am an EA partner in the EA Creator Network, if you plan on pre-ordering The Sims 4 Enchanted by Nature or purchasing any other packs, you can use my code sydneymacoretta at checkout on the EA app or on thesims.com, and I'll earn a small commission off your purchase. So the lot we're gonna build on today is this one over here. It's a 40 by 30 lot. I've just moved a random sim in there so she can play test if we need her to. And I also saw people saying they wanted a waterfall. So first thing I'm gonna do is open up debug, and we're gonna find this item. This is a waterfall from Island Living. This is my favorite one in game. There's a few. There's one from Discovery University. I just like the color on this one. It looks like the most natural out of all the debug waterfalls. So we need some water for our waterfall to lead into. So I'm just gonna go ahead and build a pool right here. But then there's gonna be that gap underneath. Like the waterfall isn't quite reaching the pool. So what you can do with pools is you can actually raise them up and down like foundation. So if I click and hold this arrow right here, I can lift my pool up, and I'm gonna try and get it so that it's matching the height of the bottom of the waterfall. Let's move this back a tiny bit, and then obviously Sims can't get in there like that now. What we have to do is build some flooring for them to get there. So I'm just gonna take this flooring piece, and we'll just have that at the front there like that, so that now we can add stairs. And let's just make sure my little tester sim can get in there for now. So she's gonna walk up the stairs, hopefully do a little cannonball into that pool or something close enough. And there we go. She is swimming around in the waterfall pool. But now we obviously have to build a pool from the top where like the waterfall is starting. So I'm gonna start out building one here. This is gonna sort of look like the fairy home that I built a couple weeks ago. Just this part, because we built a waterfall in that one too, and it turned out so pretty. But I wanted to do a pool lot, especially because pool lots in The Sims 4 are so boring most of the time. But for some reason, it's also one of my favorite places to send Sims. So I really wanted something magical and pretty for our fairy Sims so they can visit. Another thing I really wanted to try and do was build like a secret behind the waterfall room, but it seems like my sim can't get back there, unfortunately. Like I was thinking if we left this little walkway, she could hopefully get back there. Oh wait, she's going somewhere. No, she can't get back there. Like imagine there was a secret manicure spot back here, or even a little like sleeping area. Maybe if I section it off like that, we can hide this entryway. Let's see if she'll go in. No. The thing with this waterfall is it actually takes up a lot of space. Sometimes Sims can go through like debug items, but in this scenario, I don't think she's gonna be able to get back there. Okay, we'll put a pin in that. The secret behind the waterfall room might still happen if I can figure out a way to do it. But for now, let's start building around the entry. So there are these really adorable fairies. It's this little fairy statue from Vampires. I actually did a super cool build before where I sized these up and put them like behind my build. So now I'm gonna use them here as like an entry. So they're just gonna be surrounding the stairs like that. We're gonna add some pool trim. This is from the Riviera Retreat Kit. And then since we started using crystals in the other lots that we did, I wanna start bringing these in from Realm of Magic too. And by the way, as you can probably tell, I finally got a new camera. If you haven't seen my videos in the past couple weeks, I have been dealing with the most technical issues. I was glitching out for a second. I was green for a minute, then I was blue, like literally Twilight blue. I had to borrow my boyfriend's webcam just to get me through the last video, which by the way, I didn't mention it, but that camera that I used in my last video is the original camera that I used when I like started my channel. So watching that back was almost like a moment for me, because I was just like, this is what all of my videos used to look like. But we finally got a new one. It's all good. The broken camera era is over, hopefully. We have really gone through it this year. I had to get a new mic recently. Before that, I had to get a whole new computer. It turns out after doing 5 years on YouTube, all of your equipment starts dying out on you, but it's all replaced now. So hopefully we get at least 5 more. By the way, I've come into Life and Death debug, and I'm looking through the landscaping. I totally forgot how vibrant this stuff is, which is so funny for such a like gloomy pack. I might even go back and add some of this to one of the lots over there, because this is the perfect kind of like mystical landscaping we need. We're of course going to add the magical orbs floating around from Realm of Magic. They look like what I think the fairies are gonna look like when they're flying around. And I need to fix this little lip here on the pool. So let me find something to hide that. that. Okay, so I added some greenery under there. Those are just like debug leaves that I found from Island Living, and I pulled forward the pool a little bit so it looks perfect, not against the lip anymore. And I think this is what we're gonna start off with for our pool. So this is gonna be functional. I need to build a room up here so that Sims can get up to that one too. So what we're gonna do now is come to the back, and I'm gonna grab that flooring tool again, and I'm just gonna attach that on here and bring it back. We'll bring this all the way forward, and then I can add stairs right here so we can make a little pathway leading back for our Sims. Like that can just be connected over like this. I'm using foundation paint from the Castle Estate kit, and then up here we can start to build our spa, and like we can add bathrooms and changing rooms and anything that we might need for our pool lot. I'm just adding fencing around the pool because I think it's gonna look pretty like this. And then I do want to test and make sure that our Sim can get up here. She is just gonna be running around this place. Okay, up the stairs she goes. I need to fix that little gap there, but let me see if she can jump in. I think they're gonna be fine. If anything, we might have to expand the pool, but no, she's gonna be able to swim all around here. She's gonna be good. Cute. I can't wait to see Sims visiting this. Like Bella Goth in the fairy pool. Stop it. Oh my god, she's gonna go over the falls. See, why can she go through those rocks but not the waterfall? Okay, whatever. Maybe because the waterfall is moving. I don't know. You know what would look so pretty here actually is the hot spring. This is from the Sims 4 Snowy Escape. It's so cute. It also has a little waterfall on there. Sims can come in here to relax. I think what we'll do is delete this part and we can bring this out like this. I don't want this to end up too squishy. It's being a little finicky too, so I'm just filling it in with the flooring tool. So now our hot spring has a space back here. I might actually bring this back a tiny bit, and then we have even more room. I can add chairs and seating around it. But I think I also want to raise this up on a platform. So I'm just gonna finish off the room like this. That way it's gonna be easier for me to click just this section to raise it up. We can add some foundation paint, and I might have to just add something over to this side just to kind of hide that change in fencing. But this way we can add stairs here. We'll change up the flooring. And then what we could do actually is just use some of the columns from the Castle Estate kit, and I'll build some kind of overhang on top of it, like a pergola or roofing of some kind, maybe some really flowy curtains. And then with the grid turned on, I'm gonna page up, and we're gonna use this base game fence right here. This way we can come up here and use it to kind of make our own pergola. You guys have definitely seen this trick before. All we have to do is like create these lines here to make it look like an overhang of some kind. I'm actually gonna put a few of them just because I want to hang curtains from these, and I want to make sure it looks like the curtains are holding on to something. So let's go all the way across with these lines, and then I'm gonna have to go in and delete all of the tiny squares. Oh, I actually did this in the most inconvenient way. Why would I do it like this? I know better than that. I should have deleted these when they were bigger. Now I'm gonna have to go in and add trim individually on each of these squares just so we get rid of that white line there. But now we can get the flowy curtains from high school years, like these ones, the canopies of light, and then we can add them hopefully just along the sides like this, and then they're gonna look nice and flowy. These count as lighting too, so at nighttime this is gonna light the place up. We'll add them along this side too. I'll change them on this side so they're actually like inside the fence, like I just placed them on the other one. Oh yeah, look at it at night, and they're fairy lights. It's so perfect. Do we add them along the back too? Is along the back too much? I was thinking about adding lanterns as well, like these hanging from Paranormal. That is so magical so far. Okay, obviously right now this is giving water fairy, but I do want to go in and bring a little bit more of a nature element, so I'm gonna add in these chairs and couches from Outdoor Retreat. Like I'll just place these around as seating so Sims could lounge once they get out of the hot springs. I don't think you can leave your Sims in there for too long, so maybe like they can come out here and take a break. Ooh, some spandrels could add a nice detail around this. This one I'm using is also from the Castle Estate kit. It has like this gothic style. I also lost my fence here, so I'm just gonna add that back. The final things we need is maybe just a few hanging plants here and there. We can also add the stump tables, maybe put some like towels on there or something, like just this base game stack of towels. Oh, there are shelves on the side of these hot springs too. So let's maybe add some lanterns like this on the sides. And for the final thing, I just want to look for some of those orbs. Okay, there we go. There is our magical fairy hot spring. Now they have multiple options. They can hang out in the hot spring. I'm gonna actually just come in here and add some bug lights to the pool just to make sure everything is all lit up for them at night. I also added ladders and diving boards for them too. The stone diving boards come from Get Together. And then before we go in and build the main building, I'm just gonna add in these rocks going around the foundation that we have. Okay, landscaping out here is done. I've added the rocks all around. I brought them around to the side of the building, added more crystals, and I was just playing around in Life and Death debug, and I found found this wishing well, which kind of matches like the aesthetic we have going on here, but I feel like we should add the functional one. This one from Romantic Garden is fully functional and like some crazy things can happen with this. I think it can make your Sims rich. It can literally kill your Sims. It can be a fountain of youth. A bunch of magical different elements goes into this. So let's kind of just hide it back here. And okay, now finally we're gonna build the main building. So let's start off with our shell. I think I want it to sort of come back like this. I want to leave room on the deck for loungers and just space for Sims to move around too. So I think we'll bring this forward a tiny bit more and then we can bring it out to the sides and we'll do another bump out to the side like this. So we have a little bit of room there left still. And I think I'll go 2, maybe even 3 floors up with it. I think it would look nice if this was a big, tall building. I think this should work. And then I want to add fencing here so that we can have a deck overlooking the pool. And you know what? Let's open this up too. And we can use the same columns up top that we were using down below, like these ones from the Castle Estate kit. We can add columns along the bottom floor too. And then I want this building to have at least some elements that match the other 2 that we have over there. So like we can use the same trim that we used on the teapot shop. I also used the castle trim on here as well. The wallpaper I used over there was this one from Lovestruck. So I think since this one is so blue, I want to use the same blue wallpaper that we had on the other building. I don't think I'll keep it going for like all of the lots that we build, but at least so there's some consistency here. There were so many good ideas in the comments, by the way. Keep leaving any ideas you want to see for this world in the comments below. I saw an idea as well to do like different occults in the different neighborhoods of Newcrest. Like this neighborhood here, this is like one section. This could be the fairy neighborhood. Then in one of the other neighborhoods, we could do mermaids or vampires or whatever. Let me know what you guys think about that idea. I was fully planning on doing entirely fairies, although I also wouldn't mind revisiting some of the other fairy ideas that we've done already on this channel, like building something for Winx fairies or the Pixie Hollow fairies. I saw some people requesting some Akatar inspired fairy things as well, so we could dive into that. And also I just want to see what happens when we do get the pack, like what we're going to be inspired to build. I'll probably use some of the new pack in Newcrest once we get it. I don't know, we'll see how it goes, but right now I'm going to build out some garden spaces. We'll get some grass here, and then I also wanted to do like a garden on the balcony up here. Then we could even add a tree on the balcony. Some purple flowers up here would look nice too. And I really love these loungers from My Wedding Story, so I'm going to place those there, and I'm also going to place some out on the deck. I want to make sure we still have room for the diving board, so I'm just going to move these back a little bit. I need a tiny little tree right here, so I'm going to shrink the Businesses and Hobbies Fairy Lights tree. We can add some cute planters out here by the entry. I guess we realistically could make this a business lot as well. Like if I had a sim that I wanted to run this spa, I could do it that way. Or we could just, you know, make a free one. Businesses and Hobbies made me want to charge my sims to go everywhere. So maybe I won't do that. Maybe I'll just set this to one of the spa lots once I move my sim out, or one of the pool lots. So with all of the exterior complete, this is what our fairy spa slash pool is looking like from the outside. This is so pretty. These builds, like, I can't wait for the new pack. Just looking at this and seeing everything look so magical. Okay, what I did up here, I added one of those cottage living bird things so that birds are gonna just be flying around here. I also added a couple of the rabbit homes too, so hopefully we'll see some rabbits running around. Oh, my tester sim is gonna go off the diving board. Cute. Oh, she's doing a backflip too. She is performing for us. Yes, girl, get it. I'm gonna get her to go over and check out the hot spring too, just to make sure we're all good before going inside. She's living the dream right now. She has like this whole resort just to herself. Yep, hot spring works out well. We're good there. I'm obsessed with this. With the blue and pink, it's so pretty. Let me show you what I did for the interior so far. So this whole room is going to be open concept because of the archways. Sims will be able to freely walk in and out of there. So I'm not sure what we'll use here. Maybe we can do like a hot tub area, maybe another pool. We'll see. Over here, I think we'll do like a massage room, maybe a nail salon, something more private back there since it's a closed off room. Then going upstairs, we're gonna have our bathrooms. I wanted to make sure we had full bathrooms up here with like showers. So that'll be that. And then upstairs, this is another open area. We could do massages upstairs. That would be really nice. We could even add some more of the canopy lighting up here too, so there's a little more privacy. The massage tables come from the Sims 4 Spa Day, obviously. So I'm gonna add a few, maybe just like 3 of them. Actually, let's do 4 just in case there's some couples that want to use these. I want to add more greenery up here too, so I'm adding this bamboo plant. This is from Growing Together. Imagine it's gnomes Sims at work here. We can add these gnome tables. I just had to size them up because they're so small, but we could put lotions on here or even just candles. Do they match the vibe? I don't think they match the vibe. They'll have their moment in this town, I'm sure, but it's not right now, not today. I think we keep with the stumps on this one. Stumps and maybe some of the stones. I'm just gonna add a few more plants up here. And there we have our rooftop massage area. It would be so nice being up here, just overlooking the waterfall and the pool. You're overlooking the deck down below there too. Our sim is just running over to admire the birds. She's so cute. I think she's just like a cottage living townie. Literally looks like Snow White. Okay, coming down from here, let's do our bathrooms. I'm tempted to use the spa day showers in both of them, but since we're going for like a fairy spa, I'm a little more drawn to these ones from Realm of Magic. I'm using the magic toilet from Realm of Magic too, but then I'm gonna use this wall and I'm just gonna section this off so our toilet has a little bit of separation from the shower. The Realm of Magic sink is like this peacock sink. It's kind of cool. This spout is like the bird's head. Oh, and then we can use the Realm of Magic mirror above it too. I'm just playing around with some of the blue swatches here just so it's not so matchy, and I'm also dimming the lighting so it looks a little more cozy. I cannot wait for more like occult slash magical nature inspired art. I'm always going back to the occult packs for the artwork, like the Realm of Magic ones obviously. Werewolves also has some really cute nature inspired art that I always use, so seeing more of this kind of stuff will be perfect for me. I'm adding my towels and then I still have some space in this corner. I think I want to place a cabinet here full of like lotions and soaps and things like that. But what if it was actually a pretty hutch? There's this one from Realm of Magic, but it's huge. There's also this cabinet though. This is an apothecary cabinet. We are getting the apothecary skill with fairies, or sorry, the nature pack apparently. So what if we just place that there? It looks like there's little things that maybe they could use. There's still room to use everything else that's going on in here. And then of course, we're just gonna go in and add some more plants. So here we have our bathrooms. I just decorated the other one in a similar manner with like the plants, the same artwork and sconces in this one. I didn't have room for the apothecary cabinet in this, so I just added a bigger mirror. But then this one over here turned out so cool. I love that cabinet in here. I added extra plants. I even raised this one up from the sleek bathroom kit, so it's just hanging over the shelf. They've got their showers. We have our toilets. The fact that we are getting the apothecary skill in The Sims 4 will actually make this place so much more interesting now that I'm thinking about it, because we could literally offer Sims like herbal remedies at this spa. So I just placed this empty cabinet here from Realm of Magic. It's super pretty. It's got the moon on there and these nature details going around it. I'm gonna leave that empty so we could add little remedies and stuff in that cabinet once we get them with the new pack. And then we'll just fill up this hallway with a little bit more plant decor. All right, there's our hallway. It's looking super planty and pretty in here. Let's go finish off the bottom floor now. I want to figure out what to put in this room. Spa Day does have these chairs which you can use for manicures and pedicures. So we could place a couple of these in here near the back. But then what if we section this off and we add some of the styling stations in here too? So it could be like a full hair and nail spa for fairies. When you use these chairs, it actually leads you into Create a Sim. So you can go in these chairs and then give your Sims a makeover from them. So it would be really cute if fairies could like go in and change their wing color. I'm using those mirrors from the basement kit there. And for flooring, I've basically just been using stone flooring everywhere, I guess, other than in the bathrooms. Actually, I do like this combination from the Riviera retreat kit. So let's use these. We'll add our sconces over top of the mirrors. We can add the Blooming Rooms curtains. I was also using these ones from High School Years outside too, so we can use these here as well. I'm using this from Businesses and Hobbies behind here. Hopefully we're gonna have enough room. I think we should be good. So there's our super adorable fairy hairstyling station. Back here, we're gonna have nails, and I have room on this wall. We could add a TV on there so they could watch TV while getting their nails done. I'm gonna add the framed one from the Secret Sanctuary kit. Then we can use the stone table from Outdoor Retreat, and on there we can put some more of the Spa Day clutter. Like I think they have nail clutter. Yeah, like these nail care basics. There's some nail polish on there. We can add the drink tray. A speaker in here would probably also be a good idea. So here we have our fairy nail and hair salon. I think you can actually get massages in these chairs too. Yeah, you can. So you can do manicure, pedicure, or massage. And then here, yeah, you can offer to style other Sims. So if you wanted to change the appearance of any fairy on your lot, you could. Okay, moving on from this room, we now just have to do the main room here, the open one. And ever since we mentioned the indoor pool, now I feel like we should do that. It doesn't have to be big like the other ones. Like it can just take up space like this. We'll give them a ladder. Or wait, there's also the hot tub from For Rent. Okay, Okay, maybe we delete the pool. We replace it with this hot tub. This just matches everything else that we have here. So we've got the hot spring, the pool, and a hot tub. I'll surround this with some more plants. We have a stone table here with some more towels on it. And I guess we could just use the rest of this space for seating. I'm even adding this little businesses and hobbies sign. It has the mirror on it, so it shows you where our nail and hair salon is. So there we have our hot tub slash seating room. There are a couple different chair spaces for Sims to hang out. If it's raining or cold out, they can use this hot tub here, and they can still use the hot spring as well. For that same reason, I just squeezed another hot tub up here on this balcony, and there we have it. We have our magical fairy pool, spa, salon lot, endless things for your Sims to do here to relax. So that's all I got for you guys today. Let me know what you want to see next built in this fairy world that we're doing. If you guys liked the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.